What's up, gamers? How the heck are you? My name is Epic Pins, and in today's grounded video, we're going to be talking about 5 things you should be doing to prepare yourself for the full release for the game in September of this year, 2022. Now, if you end up liking this video at all, go ahead and hit the like button below. It does help with the algorithm. Please hit that like button. If you end up liking me at all, subscribe to the channel. We do pretty much all things survival games here. I love survival and horror games, so that's the things that we focus on here. If you guys are into those things, please subscribe to the channel. Check me out. I'd love to hang out with you. We talk a lot about Grounded, so if you love that game, this is the place to be. Now, onto the video. Alright, September 2022 is coming just around the corner. We are only a few months away for the full release. We will have a few updates before then, but the devs said they're not going to be anything crazy, so we don't really need to prepare for anything super crazy happening then. I would imagine they're going to test out some things, but I just don't think anything huge is coming until we get the full release in September. They're going to bank their time for that. That being said, there's a few things we probably should stockpile up and take advantage of at the moment before any new updates come out. And if you're worried about anything like the game being reset, the devs said they're going to try everything they can so people can keep their old save. They know people have spent hours upon hours upon hours building up a world in their backyard and everything like that, and people aren't really a fan of losing that. So they said they're going to do everything in their power to make sure that we can keep our current saves and not have to worry about resetting anything or going back to the beginning of the game unless you just want to. Now, I always do recommend that when an update comes out, especially a huge one like the release of the game, it's probably in the best interest to start fresh, and I always do start an account fresh, but I have my main account so that I can get to the stuff that we've been waiting on for so long much faster and kind of get that information out there so that everybody can really enjoy the game as they see fit and at the pace they want. They said they're going to do their best to make sure that we can maintain our saves. All right, number 1 is sap. Sap is one of the most quintessential things I believe in the beginning, at least in all aspects of this game, is that you should be collecting because it is used across the board, and especially in the recent updates where we've gotten armor advancements, sap is used in the entire process of upgrading your armor. So sap is something that you're going to want to collect. Now, collecting sap is pretty easy. On any branch that you see, there's usually sap deposits you can take advantage of, or if you go to the big oak tree, there's large sap deposits you can take advantage of. Also, you can create sap collectors. Now, right now, there is an exploit that you can take advantage of. I have a feeling this will be patched, so I advise you take advantage of it as soon as possible. If you have any of the new turrets, the pollen turret or the pebble turret, you can actually attach sap collectors to them and they will collect sap for you. I have no idea why this works. I'm pretty sure it's a bug, and obviously I think it's something they definitely will check out. Make sure you take advantage of it before they do the update. So you can put these turrets anywhere, and then you can put, I want to say I've seen somebody do like 15 to 16 sap collectors on these things. I don't think I have that many, but definitely take advantage of this while you can. Number 2, Black Ox Beetle Parts. All right, so the reason you want to collect this is because we all saw the trailer and we saw the 2 new armors that are coming out. We have the Mantis armor and what looks to be a Viking style armor that looks exactly like the material you find on a Black Ox Beetle, down to the eyeball in the center of this wonderful piece of gear. Now, this gear looks absolutely awesome, so if you want to take advantage of it early on, I'd advise you just to collect these parts right now. Not saying that the Black Ox Beetle will go anywhere, but we have no idea what changes could come to combat or anything like that. So while we know how to take down the Black Ox Beetle pretty simply, you can take advantage of that now so that you can make it immediately as soon as the update goes live. So take advantage of it while you can. So just start collecting those parts. Just another one you want to look at. Now, number 3, while we're already talking about armor, you want to start stockpiling your berry leather, your pupa leather, and your grub leather so that you can be ready to upgrade all the new armor as soon as it comes out and get it to the levels that you guys like, and take advantage of anything early on so that you're not waiting around and recollecting all that stuff. Now, obviously, if you start new saves, that's going to be a little bit different, but beside that, go ahead and start collecting all these things. They're readily available. Take advantage of that while you can. Now, number 4 comes at no surprise because you're going to want to stockpile a ton of quartzite, just because it takes a ton to level up weapons to level 9. Be mindful of how much you have and go collect it when it's possible. You can get a ton in the haze area, but you can also, if you don't want to deal with the haze, you can get quite a bit in the red ant hill. If you're wearing red ant armor, they leave you alone, so easy to collectible. There's also a bunch underneath the old, or in the old ant hill, and underneath the hedge labs. Go ahead and stockpile it. I know it's something you probably already stockpile a lot of, but just wanted to mention it because with the new weapons possibly coming, definitely one, but I'm sure there's a few more weapons that we don't even know about. you're going to want to be able to upgrade those as fast as possible to get them to the highest tier. Now, number 5 is just one of those tips that I just recommend you kind of doing. You don't really have to, but I do recommend that you kind of get this stuff together. If you have not already built a base in the upper yard area, completely understand, because it wasn't completely finished. I don't recommend you building anywhere near the caution tape, just because all of that is subject to change. But even some of the stuff that's not within that tape is still subject to change. So just be careful where you build any bases up there, because you want to be mindful of anything that can shift or change that will screw up your base or how you place them. So if you haven't built a base up there, well, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to, but what you can do is stockpile materials that you're ready to just start building bases off the bat. Now, one of the easiest things to stockpile, in my opinion, is mushrooms, because you can put a ton of mushroom bricks in your inventory. They stack 25, they fit in your backpack. So it's not like weed stems, and it's not like grass planks that you have to stack on your shoulder. Don't get me wrong, I would advise you to get quite a bit of those stacked up too. And not to mention, mushroom bricks are one of the strongest out there. So if you have a good stockpile of those going, then hey, you are set to go ahead and throw down a base as soon as that area comes accessible, and you're ready to fight whatever they got in there and be readily available to anything up in that upper yard. All right, guys, hope you guys liked the video. Hope you guys are ready for the update when it fully comes out. There are going to be some few updates before then, and I think they might unveil some things, but just not the overarching story or anything like that. So don't get super excited at that. But I think we might see some stuff that we weren't really thinking we were going to see until the final ending. I'm not 100% sure. I know they're going to be at San Diego Comic-Con. They're really excited about that, and I feel like you don't spend the kind of money for that unless you're going to unveil something. So we might have public test servers come out, and if that's the case, then I will gladly share with you guys all of my input and everything that I see coming out. So hope you guys liked the video. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will gladly catch you guys in the next one.